Word up. That's just how it's popping. I think we alive. Whether we are or not, we got something recording. I know that. DJ, drop the beat. Let's
From
go.
the dining room of my third floor apartment in Broward County, damn near in the Everglades, in the United States, all the way at the bottom of the map. It's the Marleyminded podcast starring Young Goob the God. Tonight, Goob welcomes his goddamn self.
Wait a minute.
As we get into this stock market drama with GameStop, AMC, and BlackBerry. And is MJ behind all of this foolishness? Go and pour a glass of Ray and Nephew with your boy with a splash of ginger ale. Cause this Young Goob the God.
Hey, yo. It is Young Goob the God. It is the Marleyminded podcast, and we are live somewhere. Somebody getting this thing, if it's only me. Word up. Welcome. Thank you for watching, listening. Wherever you getting this content, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. I'm very excited about today's show. I want to say thank you to everybody that made this thing possible. Before we even get started, I want to shout out to the real Mansa Musa for putting the drobe on the kid today. Make sure that you go find him on Instagram. Outfit the kid tonight, you know what I'm saying? Support black businesses. Make sure that we in this game together. We are unified in this thing. I was just listening to Bob Concrete Jungle before I popped on live, and that sweet life that we looking for, you know what I'm saying? That night, that light is always trying to get covered by the darkness, but we always trying to shine that light. So the richest man that ever walked this planet, the real Mansa Musa on IG. Shout out, big homie. My eyes are all over the place. I got so many screens, so many cameras. We about to get this thing moving. Now, as you heard in the intro, there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the stock market over the past 7 to 10 days. I do participate in investing. I do a tad bit of trading, making sure that I get my game together before I go full-fledged. But there was a uproar, and when I say an uproar, I mean a magnanimous uproar in these companies that had no real business of making any noise in the market. Companies like GameStop, companies like BlackBerry, companies like AMC, companies like KOOS on the market. They wouldn't even trade that on the platform that I was on. But these companies were being savagely and vulturously shorted by these hedge fund companies run by these people who are quite mysterious. If you are in the financial game, or if you know anything about finances, you know that a hedge fund is it's kind of like a black box company. They don't have to share much information about what they do, where they get their money from. They take huge sums of money, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, and invest them into these different companies, whether they be SPACs, whether they be private equity companies, whether they just look to do what they did, what we had in the past 7 to 10 days with GameStop and the like. So I try to stay informed. I try to use the most fundamental techniques that I get from Joel Rodney Harrison. What would Joel do? Make sure that you find him on on Facebook. Inside Trading. It is a private group. You need to get an invite to get in. So if you like to get in, see me, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on IG. I'm sure it'll be well worth your time investing yourself and start to learn how money works for itself. And that's really why all of this is so effective to me, because I'll be honest with you, recently in the past 2 years, I've really learned how money makes money for itself. When I was younger, none of that made any sense. Money making money. I always felt like you had to do something. You had to be the forefront of the situation in order to earn money. I was caught up in that trading labor for money situation. But as you get knowledge, as you grow, you start to find out that there's other avenues, that if you have a certain lump sum of money, you can start to, what I call, play the game. You know what I'm saying? Play the game and catch wins and catch L's as well, but mostly catch wins if you trade with fundamentals. And these 10 days did not fit the fundamentals. It was so volatile that anybody with any real sense would have thought not to put their money in because it's going to go down. So I'm going to give a little breakdown of the situation to kind of pull you up to speed if you're not familiar with what was going on. So this hedge fund company, and I'm going to pull up the name, make sure I get everything right to the best of my ability. This hedge fund company, they want to charge me to read their article. No, I'm not reading your article. I'm not paying to read your article. But until I find it. A hedge fund company was heavily shorting some stocks, especially GameStop, because they know that company really didn't have a future because they are currently a mall store selling mall video games or hard video games, and we know that everything is digital and streaming, and they haven't made a pivot to put themselves in a position to capitalize on the fact that they're GameStop. Everybody knows GameStop. You go online, you get right, at least in my opinion. But GameStop is continually to go down, and if you know investing and trading, you can make money if a stock goes down. If you purchase at a certain price and you, I won't say gamble, but you speculate that it's going to go down because you have a certain level of knowledge, then you can capitalize on the price going down. And they were doing this at a heavy rate. And as a result, they were getting rich. You know what I'm saying? Rich upon rich behind everybody's back without anybody really knowing. When I say behind everybody's back, I mean the public. Us, now I put myself in that group because I didn't know it first. Us living our lives doing what we do, thinking that we have to get out here and work hard and excel and explore new venues, create networks so that we can express ourselves and hopefully touch people to let them know that, yeah, we got something out here too that should be monetized and appreciated and given to the people. They are shorting this company and getting rich. And a group of people on Reddit find out about it. And a way to affect that is to not let the price go down. So they made a call. I think it was a 30-day call, I believe. I haven't done in-depth research. I got so much stuff going on. But they made a call for, I believe, 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, they were going to collect if the price dropped to a certain price or the stock dropped to a certain price. Well, if the market was to change that situation by the stock going up, then they would situationally lose money. And everything that goes up above what they bought, they would start to be in the negative. So if they bought in at, let's say, $3, and they were saying it was going to go down to $2.50 in 30 days, they were going to collect X amount of dollars, boom. If it starts to go over $3, then they have to pay out. Like, they're losing. It's coming out of their, you know what I'm saying, out of their fund. If you check the numbers, and I will check the numbers got out of control. The numbers got up to $300 per share. So in order to kind of balance out their losses, you have to buy back the stock so that that you can kind of catch that wave to kind of balance off your losses and things of that nature. So this hedge fund company, and I want to pull up the name, and the site just disappeared. I had all of this set up prior to, and of course it moves once I get here. But I believe it's Milton. Forgive me if I get it wrong. I started looking up lyrics. Yeah, you get distracted. But this hedge fund company, we're not going to name it just because I don't want to get it wrong. They are associated with our man, Michael Jordan. They are minority owners in the Charlotte Hornets. They recently have become minority owners, and Jordan made a big fuss about them being a part of this because they're technological innovators, and they haven't done much in the way of technology. They're a hedge fund. They might have financed some technology, but they don't themselves create any technology. All right? So these people who are looking to make a lot of money off, what we don't know about, get found out about by people very similar to us and start to reverse the process on them, kind of turn the heads on them, trying to turn the wheels of the system legally in an effort to not let them manipulate the system so much so that these billionaires who, I'm not mad at billionaires, but these billionaires who who use their inside knowledge to gain advantages over people like you and I who don't have the opportunity to even participate to a minute degree. So they get rich real quick on the front end, and we may catch a tail end. And that's kind of how that concrete jungle jump in when I was just listening to Bob. Shout out to Ray and Nephew. Like, there's that darkness that keep coming over your light. Though that system keeps coming over our light, and one of the people who we love is associated with the system. Now, does Mike have money in his hedge fund? It's a good chance. I don't know for sure. Honestly, I don't care whether he does or not. Business is business. If he felt it was a good deal when he got in, it was, that's what it is. But when the people start to make a change and start to go against something and make the big money start to have to adjust rather than just cruising through, then there's a problem. And that problem started to happen because people jumped in. Now, once those people jumped in, what they call retail buyers, like people who trade on different platforms, I'm not giving anybody any pub, but you know what the ones who steal from the rich and say they're giving to the poor, even though they just stole from the poor and gave to the rich. They stop allowing us to do this. They stop allowing the people to express themselves in this financial market because it was hurting one of their clients. It was hurting one of the people who back them, one of the major systematic chains that we are trying to let them know that, yo, we run this. We, the people, run this joint. This is not just because you got money. I ain't never seen money do nothing other than make people move in manners that they shouldn't have. I used to have this real thing. I'm going to go on a tangent real quick, a goob tangent. It's called money juice. This Miami Heat hat, what is this made of? Different types of materials, you know what I'm saying? Different textiles from all over the planet. It ain't a piece of money in this joint. Ain't no money juice on here. You don't squeeze $1 to get none of to make anything out of that. It's made because somebody wanted it to be made. And they, I won't say manipulated, but we have a way of trading our efforts in order to get things done. And we use certain currencies in order to do that. But that currency don't do that. It's because we want to get it done. You have to understand, it's not the fact that somebody paying you that make you get it done. It's the fact that you have the capability of doing it that makes it get it done. And shout out to the Miami Heat. Back to this whole thing with Jordan. So these people find themselves having to spend more money in order to balance out their losses. They're losing. They losing heavy. They saying that the people have turned on them, found them out. AMC, BlackBerry, they hit up everything from the 90s. Express, what else? Put it in the comments. You know what else they hit up. Put it on the, you know what I'm saying? Everything got hit up. Everything got turned on from the 90s. And when they found out, they was like, we need to slow this down. So they shot out they sent the sound out, the financial bat signal out to the people and told them, yo, turn the machine off. Too many people, you know what I'm saying, we about to lose too much money. Turn the machine off. Game over. We done. What does that mean for the people? They done. Why? Because somebody pushed a button. Did money push the button? Theoretically. But it was a person. It wasn't money juice. Nobody. Now, I know there's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts. You just can't say, oh, good, yeah, this is a whole economy. These people moving everything. I understand that you have to do what you do in your best interest. These platforms can't cut their, whatever the phrase you want to do. They can't go against their best interest when it comes to their supporters. But the same people that put you on, the same people trading on your platform are the same people you just cut out of the situation of what you said you was there for. So what's really going on? I'll tell you what's really going on. They bucking. They been bucking. The game go by bucking. And when you find out that they bucking, they buck back. Back to the story. Robert, steal from the rich, take from the poor. When they actually stole from the poor, gave to the rich. And all of these other platforms, stop allowing people to participate in the changing and the revolutionary tactics financially and legally, even though it looked crazy on paper. Like I say, if you try to trade with fundamentals, this looks totally insane. It's like, man, I wish I'd have got into this at the beginning and got out 3 days in. Who cares what it does after that? You know what I'm saying? All of this. But they wouldn't even let you do that. They wouldn't even let the people run amok, even though they wanted the people to participate in the system that even though all this money go in, it eventually helps. But it ain't helping you right now. So they shut us off. They didn't let the people get in there to do what they have to do to try to make this cash, even though some people made some people made a lot of cash, you know what I'm saying? Some people got in there and got right. But a lot of people didn't have the opportunity to participate. I got text messages saying, Goob, should I jump in? I'm telling them, man, be careful. I am brand new to this thing. I'm not the one to be calling. Call Joe. You know what I'm saying? What would Joel do? Not what would Goob do. This thing turned my fundamentals upside down. I am still learning. So it was just so crazy. And so then when I find out that this hedge fund company is in cahoots with my dog, with the biggest OG of OGs, Mike Jordan, you like, damn, man, this world is small. All of this money is connected. My money moving up is moving Jordan money down. That's how that's how this world works. Our money jumping into these different companies was so directly related to the people that we look up to. It's like, dang, our money and Jordan money moving back and forth, playing tug of war. Now that you know, like that's kind of the backstory. Now, how much of J Money was actually in this hedge fund? Who knows? A whole bunch, a whole little, none. But these people were minority owners of the Charlotte Hornets, or are minority owners of the Charlotte Hornets, and could possibly were looking to, I sound like a DJ, were possibly looking to buy out the team. They even made a statement that when these people came in, that these minority owners had the interest of staying in the city of Charlotte, like reassuring, like, hey, if MJ get out of here, the team's still going to be here. You know what I'm saying? The new guy's still going to take over. And the thing about it, these new guys is so shady. These black box hedge fund companies, really, if they was on the street, dog, you wouldn't get nothing from them, dog. You'll be like, nah, dog, I don't trust you, dog. You just wouldn't move with him. You be like, buddy over there, dog, that cat, dog, he dirty. You know what I'm saying? He bought them boys. So it's just magnificently crazy how, for one, how small the world is and how connected we are in this thing. And for two, how money, nothing real, just the threat of money. It ain't no money juice. Like this glass, this Ray, the ginger ale, the splash of ginger ale that's in here, maybe a little bit more than a splash tonight. It's only in here because there was somebody who decided to participate in the process of making it get here. They could have did it without money. Everything that happens don't even have to happen because of money. Your effort don't got no money juice coming through it. But money is the way that we get people to do things. It is the currency. I understand that. I'm not doubting money. But don't let it be the ruler controller over common sense, over the people. Come on, son. How you going to let just a little bit of people possibly knock down millions of people opportunity to come up? To come up, dog. They was probably going to spend the money with you. Y'all own everything we buy. So who else we gonna spend the money with? It's like these stimulus checks. They scared to get a people money. Why are you scared to get a people money? Or why don't you want to get a people money? What do you think they gonna do with it? Burn it? Like, they gonna spend it. They gonna spend it somewhere. And probably with you. They should be spending it with people with the real Mansa Musa, like the real Mansa Musa apparel. You know what I'm saying? We got to get it right. When I say we got to get it right, and it's the real Mansa Musa clothing. That's why I had to go check. This rare make you say the wrong thing. It's the real Mansa Musa clothing. And wait till I put on the picture with the J's on. So fly. So fly. And the thing about it, I'm going to post a picture with J's on that I probably could have bought with the money that I got from flipping up off the hedge fund that Jordan was getting undercut on. That possibly, that they, his partners, I can't put the name in it like that. But he, you know what I'm saying, that Jordan a part of it. The whole NBA is semi-part of it. The dude from the New York Mets, the owner, I don't know all these people's names because it's hard to keep track of all these. I had my stuff going. I should have been dropping it already, but the dude from the Mets came and helped them out, came and bailed them out. I forget how much money. I think it might have been $2 billion that they used to buy out of GameStop. I saw two different numbers, $700 million to get in, then $2 billion to do something else. Like, they just dropping that in the day. Like, they just went and bought two pairs of shorts. You know what I'm saying? White America! That's why. Volume down. We got to get it together. But everybody was out here trying to. Now the show finna get wild. And they cut us off. A young Goob, the guy had money in the game. He was trying to. And they said, nope, we're going to turn the machine off. We're not going to let y'all continue to do what the people want to do in this so-called republic, in this so-called capitalistic world, where the whole main objective of that particular system is to, and you cut us off at our legs. But I understand you got to protect your interests. You got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? That might have destroyed your platform. People going to have to trade somewhere, but it's going to be something that is going to go, the people going to go to as a result of this. I already heard his class action suits that's ready to pop. You know what I'm saying? I'm participating. If they call my name, I'll come running. I take them white people checks all the time. White America! They've been getting them forever. When I was a JIT, I used to think that that they used to just go to the mailbox and to be a check from, you know what I'm saying, whatever agency that gave them. Because I remember one time I was young and a check just came from nowhere. And it was like, I think it was a tax return check where they made a mistake and I got more. I was like, this is what happens to white America all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's just.
This is just my interpretation of the situation.
I've been trying to get these things popping and moving for the longest. This is the first live broadcast. Even if it ain't broadcasting nobody, I saw the thing was saying disconnected. I don't have the time to go back and check. But we moving forward. Before we get out of here, I want to shout out to everybody who has been watching the videos, who is supporting Marleyminded TV, who has been supporting Marleyminded Podcast. I want to shout out to Mansa Musa, the real Mansa Musa clothing. I want to shout out to Tones of Melanin. Find them both on Instagram. The last video, as we get these technical issues together, the last podcast video actually wasn't even able to record for reasons I'll disclose in later episodes. But I was rocking the Tones of Melanin FAMU hood sweater that I recently purchased from them in an effort to, once again, make the people move in the effort of give the people what they want. Start to support the efforts that support us. So, I am Young Goob the God. Find me on Instagram, or at Marleyminded, on Twitter at Marleyminded. I'm now getting on Twitter. Yeah, I'm late to the party. I don't care. I didn't have time to be tweeting. I was working out. I'm kidding. But James Goob Marley, James Goob Bevel on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you already know what it is. I'm still working out. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming. We have a new sneaker episode, a new Sneaker Hunter episode dropping tomorrow on Marleyminded TV. So check that out. Let me know how it's going. I appreciate everybody who's watching and listening. We're going to turn on the music. We about to get up out of here. I'm Young Goob the God. Like, subscribe, rate, review. We're going to get this algorithm triple. Just like we rated, like the people moved on GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, and the like. We're going to move on YouTube with Marleyminded TV. The new MTV. We got a lot of stuff coming, man. We got a lot of stuff moving. I've been reaching out to some people, making some connections. We brewing over in this thing. We brewing over in this thing. Remember, it take two wings to fly. Marleyminded TV. This is the Marleyminded podcast. I love y'all. Peace out. Like Big Groove say, right on to the real, death to the fakers. And like Goob say, it take two wings to fly. Easy.